Evening all, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where we have completed our mycelia research.
This type of mycelia has strong healing properties. R&D has created a blueprint you can access in Hub Tier 3.
Whoa. Whoa. Now, you will notice this is done as well, and I will explain why in just a moment. We can get a medical inhaler. Ooh. Fully restores health. Oh, nice. Could be useful. Yes, we are ready to launch our Mark III things. I've made these manually because there's going to be some changes. Let's launch this. And
Milestone reached. Logistics have improved by the means of a container with increased storage capacity and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency.
And that unlocks the Tier 3 conveyor belt and the Tier 3 lifter, as well as the industrial storage unit. And the reason I wanted those is because at the end of the last or during the last episode, I mentioned that I'd got my numbers wrong, because if we put in the Mark II miners, we're going to have a lot more coming in than we had going. So with that in mind, and bearing in mind what some people were saying on the comments before, particularly Nog, the nerdy old gamer, I do highly recommend you check out his channel. He's got some fantastic Satisfactory videos, and Factory Town too. But he was saying that I'd need to be careful to not work myself into a corner, and I realised that if I carry on doing what I'm doing here, I can't go any further because I'll run into the poison that's there, which I need to blow up, but I just haven't got around to yet. Also, I've got an issue. There's a big rock just behind that there, which was causing me problems for storage. So that was a bit of a pain there. And also, if you come out this side here, go down the end of the door, there's another rock formation right here, which is in the way. And I've sort of walked around it and go around it. And then this factory is big enough to go past it and could go off that way a little bit more, and there's even more land out that way that we could just pave the world over, and that way's all flat, but starting here is a bit thin. So you can see I've got a massive container there. That's because I was trying to empty out the factories. These are still going, but I think these are going to be, yeah, the inputs are empty now. We're well there. What I'm going to do is another mega change, and I realise for the last 3-4 episodes I've just been building stuff and deleting stuff and not doing anything exciting at all, but I need to lay the foundations if I'm going to, quite literally lay the foundations, if I'm going to expand and build things better. So what I'm planning to do is change this building into storage. It's just going to store the ore that comes in, and we're going to have, this is going to be like our station, it's going to be our train station or whatever it needs to be. That's going to be our ore storage, and then the next one along is going to be where our actual stuff starts going. And I'm going to do everything on with the Mark III belts in mind. So the Mark III belts are 270, which is 4.5 times the speed. Now there are apparently Mark IV and Mark V belts which I've not even thought about. I don't know about them yet. I don't know if they're in this build or in the experimental build. I'm not sure. I did see in the experimental build as well that there are conveyor splitters and mergers that are you can program them to say send iron this way and coal that way and that sort of thing. So yeah, I really like that idea. Also, I think I saw a priority one where you can have it so that it will always send things to the right or the left, whatever you do, the right or left, and then we'll send it on forward if that one's full. So you could fill up a first storage bay, then the next one, then the next one. Not really balancing that I wanted to do, but could be useful. Anyway, we're not in the experimental build. Don't know why I'm going about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in mind that this can do 4 times the amount. So I'm going to say 4 times the amount. It's a little bit more than 4, but it can do 4 times the amount. So I figured out that if I do 4 smelters, have them come down and have a splitter come off, and basically have a double splitter do it. Build the same way I've got it here, but I'm going to build the factory instead of having 3s, I'm going to build it with 4 smelters in mind. So it'll be technically 2s, but that will be designed to run a single Mark III belt. we'll have it come in, and it will split 270 or 240 between 4 here and 4 upstairs. At 30 it goes, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12, that's 240. And then that'll be like one module, so it'll be 8 of those over 2 floors. Might squeeze them together as well, and do the little trick I showed of having the splitters or mergers in the walls, but I'm not sure about that yet. Yeah, so there'll be 8 of them over 2 floors, and that will be expandable as we go on. That way I can just build more and more as I need to go. If I actually start building this where that building is, moving all these to that area there, it means I've got a bit longer to go. I can go up to, well, I can go up to here for the smeltery, but also it gives me the opportunity to go a bit further if I need to for anything. And generally I just need to move over. I need to move over, get a bit more space, make this a bit more compact, because although it's nice being spaced out, it does need to be a bit more compact. I'm not going to go nuts though. I'm not going to have it so that I can't walk in between everything. I think we'll still make things out a little bit better than that. But that's what I'm going to do. It's going to take me a while to do. I've realised I've had a couple of episodes where it's been disjointed and cut about, and I don't generally like doing that. But this game, if I recorded every minute of me playing it, I could do an episode every single day and you would get very bored very quickly, because I put down loads of machines, I then put in some things, and then I remove them all, and then I move them one square over and then put them all back down again, and then I do something, and then I notice something's not aligned, so I remove them all and put them in again, and I'll replace these like 4 or 5 times before they're actually in the correct places, because it must be perfection. So I will do that off camera. I will try and build things, build the whole factory, get it all going, and then when we come back I will actually have it all going and all working, and we will be ready to work on the, well, I think I'll come back once we get the assemblers sorted out for making some things, because we need multiple things of these. So that's pretty much where I'm going to go to, and I don't know how long that's going to be, but I will see you when we're back to do that. And we're back, and it has been about a week in real life between the last recording and this one here. I've had stuff going on, and I just didn't get around to doing it, but also I kind of wanted to perfect the factory, and I've been banging my head against the wall. I've got things working how I wanted them working, and then as I move on to the next stages I realise that the original stages just aren't enough, and it doesn't work. But I'm going with it, and it's gonna be fun. So what we have our 4 miners coming down on Mark II belts, going into the walls there and there and there and there, and we have in here, this one has 4 smelters set up on each line coming in, which balances it out because they require 30 a minute, and the Mark II belts bring in 120, and the Mark II miners, which we haven't done yet, haven't built a Mark II miner, they're all Mark 1s, but they can do 120 when we get to the Mark IIs. So that will be able to run this at full steam, all the same all the way down. They feed into a centre column, which is Mark II belts, I think. Yes it is. Yeah, Mark II belts are there, and we got one on the end there. It's a little off because the way I originally built it, I forgot that I had things in the way. We then move up to here, where we have this side of the factory producing plates. We've got plates over there, plates here, rods here, and rods there. So we've got 4, 8, 12 doing rods and 12 doing iron plates. Our truck stop at the start runs along the other side of that wall to over here somewhere. It's not connected to anything, it's going to be the steel production. But these will come out and go into containers here. I realise that I don't need to keep storing things. I keep going, oh well, I must store stuff in containers. I don't have to. You just feed machines directly from them, and if you need any resources, just yoink them out of machines. So I don't know why I keep doing that. And for the example here, these are all full of iron plates. Each one of these is completely full of iron plates. I had loads of storage with iron plates in it, and I was like, oh, good lord, I need to move that. Here we have some assemblers. And we have some more things here. We've got 2 of the rods coming in to our constructors making screws. And these here, these need to be Mark III belts because they produce obviously 90 a minute. And we're going to have 9, 18, 27, 36, which is more than the Mark III belt could even handle. But yeah, it needs to go up to that, but I just don't have the steel to do it. I did put in a Mark III belt just here. That one there is a Mark III belt going into that storage container there. Again, don't need the storage, but I did. So that just because the 2 Mark II belts, it just fed better. It then goes up and over to a splitter so it can go off somewhere, and then to these machines here. Again, these need to be Mark IIIs because these are struggling for anything. And these are producing rotors. And the reason they're doing rotors and not reinforced iron plates is because I had the extra storage of iron rods here. So it just made sense to put them there. And then our iron plates were going to go over here because they need screws and reinforced iron plates. Because they need screws and iron plates, which are here. However, I've now kind of trapped off this one here, so maybe we'll go off there. I'm trying to build everything on a single floor, so that then when I go up to the next floor, I can just duplicate it. I can bring more iron in, and it all starts to come along. Now, this doesn't really work. I've already particularly run out of space here. I mean, I could extend this out if I wanted to and add more into it, but it's already struggling and things just aren't working properly, and yeah. I feel as if I was to start the game again, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to stick with what I've got now, but if I were to start the game again with the knowledge I now have, because obviously this playthrough was me, I'd never played the game before, so I'm learning everything as I go. What I'd do is I would, when I unlock something new, so I'd come here and I'd go like, oh, I've unlocked reinforced iron plates. Let me put down a new assembler so I don't break my system inadvertently. Oh, I'd go, I've unlocked reinforced iron plates. So what do I need to make reinforced iron plates? Well, not necessarily what I need, it's what it does. So it produces 5 per minute. So you go, how many do I want? So let's say I want to produce, we'll say 30, half a normal belt. Say 30 per minute. So that would mean I would need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I need 6. I need 6 of these machines set up to produce 30 a minute, going into a storage. So I would build a building where at the top of the building, 6 of these sit, or well, at the bottom of the building, 6 of these sit, because that makes more sense, have the final product at the bottom. And then you go up a floor and you figure out how to make 100 iron plates a minute. 120 iron plates a minute, because that's 6 there, and how to make that many screws per minute. And then above that, you do whatever needed to make those things there. So you go to constructors, and then above that, you'd have like the ore coming in, or you can just go up the sides. So that's how I do it. And each building I would have individual, and I would set my goals at saying 30 per minute. So I need 6 of these assemblers to make 30 reinforced iron plates a minute. Or if I wanted to go with rotors, for instance, I would need, well, they make 6, so I need 5 of them. If I wanted to go with modular frames, that makes 4, so I would need more, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. My math failed me there. Hold on. Calculator time. 30 divided by 4. 7.5. So I'd go 8. I'd round it up. So we'd have 8 of them in a building. So you'd make the floor where you have 8 of them. And then the floor above, you would have whatever it requires to feed iron pipes and reinforce iron plates. So you'd have to figure out the iron plates. So that building would be even bigger and require many more inputs, which means you'd have to go out hunting for more things. So I haven't gone out exploring. I really should. I should really go out and try and find even more iron and bring more iron in. And I'm really tempted to do that, not now, but when we unlock trains, so I know they're in that, and you can move stuff around a lot easier. I might well do that. There is apparently, in one of the updates, I don't know if it's in this update or if it's in the experimental version. Let me have a quick look at the controls. There's still no map that I could see. Oh, scan, no. Because there is a map button in here. Controls. Yeah, open map is Z. It doesn't work. Rotate. Decrease photo. No. Okay, no. I don't know, but based on what I've sort of been reading and looking, that apparently there is going to be a way where you can bring up your dismantle tool and you can just highlight an area and go dismantle all of it, the whole lot, which would be great. You could just dismantle the whole factory in one go, which would be fantastic. But yeah. So this is going on and this is producing rotors, but I've got to the point where I need the Mark III belts, so I need steel production. So conveniently, what I've done is there and there we have iron and we have coal coming down, and this was going to be where I put my copper production here. I didn't think you need much copper, but I think you do later on. You actually need a lot of copper, so that may have to change. I don't know, but right now I'm just going to build it as it is. Oh, there's copper there as well. Oh wow, I did not know that. That's pretty close to my factory at the moment. One more copper. That's okay. Over there. Ooh. A chasm. That looks painful. What's this? Limestone? Yeah, limestone. Okay. So I have expanded out pretty far, and I do want to go up. You can see the remnants of the old building floating in the air there. But I just want it to keep coming out with each machine. So this is going to be obviously where the assemblers go. So we're going to have rotors, we're going to have iron plates here, or reinforced iron plates, and then on the end I'm just going to extend it out and put in like modular frames and stuff like that. But I've kind of run out of space to do it. So, I mean, I might make the building one bigger for the assemblers here, and then when it comes to doing our foundries for the steel and stuff, I might have to go somewhere else and do it. I mean, there's plenty of space over there I can do. The other thing is that the buildings are actually only 1 meter separate, so you get a weird thing like this here where I've got walkways going into walkways just so you can move up 1 meter, because everything's 2 meter based, so a little weird. Right, if I go up here, if I can get up here, thank you very much. That's still up there, still work in progress, yep. There haven't been that many updates for it. There's been a couple of bug fixes and a few little bits and pieces. The developers have all been on their summer holidays, so yeah, you wouldn't expect them to be working on the game during their summer holidays, so yeah. But I've got this big area over here, and then down in there as well, I've got a big area. So I think I might take it off the walls and bring it this way, and do that. I still can't kill those things. They poison me far quicker than I can. Yeah, I can't even hit them. I think you need explosives for them. I'm not sure. They don't appear to be poison though. They did once, and they just don't appear to be. He says, yeah, there we go. There we go. There's the poison. Okay. Yeah, I think I need poisons for them. Explosives for them. Which we're nowhere near unlocking yet. Yeah, I can happily bring the coal from that splitter along this way. And build, I think the steel factory go there. So let's do that this episode. Let's build a steel factory. I want to have a quick look at what new perks I can get. Object scanner, nut, overclocking, fabric. Not really fussed about that for the minute. Jump pads, colour gun. Colour gun will let me change the colour of everything, so instead of being orange it would actually be something else. Medical inhaler. There's explosives, and that gives me inventory slots as well. I kind of want that. We can do that. We can do that. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. So, rotors. So we need to make a couple more iron frames. We are making rotors over there, so that's fine. And we need more cable, which I think I actually took down the cable up there. I've still got resources up the top as well, which haven't been moved. Yeah, I've still got all these in here that just aren't going anywhere yet. Let's grab some more reinforced iron plates. Don't need screws in them yet. Don't need anything in there. Don't appear to have any other copper wire. No. Ooh, that's... I'm actually out of copper wire. That would be impressive. Considering I had thousands upon thousands of them. Is this still connected? This is not. Let's connect this up to the power grid. I can't because I don't have any cable. Damn it. You don't have any copper in you. Oh, right. I guess I'm relegated to doing that. I think I just want to get some cable going to plug the thing in, then we'll be good. We've got workbenches dotted around the place. Oh, I've got no, it's got rods in it, that's fine. Can I make any cable? No, wire, no, copper ingots. Wrong. Maybe some copper ingots. And then make me some wire. And then wire, make me some cable. And then we can plug in that copper miner, and it can start mining the copper, and I'll manually do stuff for that can start getting us some copper ingots. That'll be fine. Ooh. Okay, so what do we need for modular frame? Also didn't go and get any oh, we can make 9 of them. Oh, we just need iron pipes and reinforced iron, which is not a problem. That'll do. That's enough to put that in there. Awesome. Right. I've got loads of ingots and stuff on me that I've just picked up through moving the machines around. So yeah, let's go and pick up the rotors. Yeah, I think when I come in here, I moved all these around several times, so I've ended up with so many iron ingots on me. It's madness. But I will use them up eventually. I will just convert them in my hand or something, I suppose. What's our power grid like? Power grid is fine, no issues at all. Okay, so we'll get some copper, we'll make some copper cable. We need a lot of copper cable. I wonder if I could build a... Can I build a constructor down here? No, smelter requires copper cable and iron pipes. Right, okay. So... I don't really want to have loads of wire floating around again. I'm tempted to just put down a smelter to smelt it into ingots, and then I can do whatever I want with it. That would be fine, but I need, ironically, copper wire. I've come all the way down here, and there's a workbench over there. Plus, I can just put them down. I've got enough materials on me to build them. So, but hey ho. I don't really know what's going on with that. Let's use up that iron ingot, just get that out of my inventory. Iron ore, sorry. And then we're going to pick up loads more iron ore when we move some things around the belts on the side of the building. It is amazing how much space things actually use in this game. I really thought that it wouldn't be so bad, that I could put down the factories, it'd be fine. I do want to build upwards. That is something I do definitely want to do, but it's going to be when I expand the things, it's going to build upwards. But as I said, if I was to move things around, if I was to do something else, I would probably do things in a different way. And have the, as I said, the buildings at the bottom to make 30 or whatever, and then as it goes up it fills things, and then right at the top level you just put in the iron or put in the copper, or limestone or whatever it requires, just goes in the top, it filters itself all the way down, comes out the bottom as what you want. And each building will do that. It would be a bit redundant in some places because there'd be lots of machines just sat there doing nothing, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with machines just sat around doing nothing. If I know on demand, if I plug that into somewhere, it can then just engage and go, hey, I'm actually doing something now. I have awoken. Can't afford it because I need iron rods. Give me your iron rods. You've been floating in the air for far too long. Thank you. Melter. Oh. And then what is it that makes... Is it the constructor? The constructor makes wire. You're going to make copper ingots. You are going to go into there. You are going to go into there. We're going to get a new power pole here. Disconnect from that one. And then we're going to hopefully try and see that. Didn't think about that. Ooh, can you see that one? You can. Awesome. You connect that one. You connect that one. You connect this one. Okay. So there we go. So that's going to produce us some iron wire. Or wire. Sorry. So we'll get some wire going. Awesome. And that will eventually let us make some explosives along the way somewhere. It says hopefully. You take 30 per minute, and obviously you're producing 60 a minute, so yeah. I'm going to use 15 a minute, so this is all, but it doubles up as it goes. So, right, okay. Let me go and have a look, see if I've got a random box laying somewhere. They're all iron ingots, because I was just putting down random storage boxes. Just to get my inventory empty, because I was having a weird moment where I was thinking I was managing to get more items back than I was putting in, because I remember putting down some factory things and the foundations, going away thinking that's not going to work, come back, removing them all, and then not being able to pick up all the goods because my inventory was full. And I think that's just because stuff was coming on the belts and I wasn't quite contemplating that. Okay, so that's all good. Let's put the rotors in here, shall we? Rotor, ba-bum. We go. We can make the cable ourselves because why not? And I will put a cut in here, and I will be back in a couple of minutes when we have enough copper cable. Okay, so we should now have enough materials to get things going. I was a little impatient and upgraded the copper wire plant there. It made me realise just how difficult this game would be if you didn't have foundations. You had to put everything on the ground. You've got to. Would be an interesting sort of challenge, but right. Let's plug this in. Get our new upgrade for ourselves. Push the button. Away you go.
Sulfur can now be used to craft nobelisks. A remote detonator can be made in the equipment workshop. In anticipation for carrying explosives, R&D has inflated your pocket dimension and added an additional equipment slot.
Cool.
Note, close proximity at detonation is likely to result in suboptimal performance.
In other words, don't blow yourself up. Which, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so we now have black powder, and then black powder can be made into nobilis, which is not made here, is it? It's made sulfur. Do we have any sulfur? We did. Oh, you can make black powder there as well. How strange. Yeah, Nobilisk is black powder, steel pipes, and a beacon. Right, then we can blow things up. But that's not what we're going to do. Today we're going to make, well, the steel pipes and things. I just want to get steel beams going, which is the foundry, I believe. Yeah, foundry makes it. So we're going to need to make a couple of things by hand, which is fine. Let's see if I'm going to go over here. Now I've got to be careful because my truck's not driving at the moment, so don't have to really worry about that. I am kind of tempted to pave it, to pave the whole way, which has been mentioned in the comments and does make sense. If I just pave a straight line here, then we can jump over the edge there, and then I can build the building next to it, and it will be correct. So yes, yeah, I wasn't going to do that originally because I thought, well, I'm not going to use the truck for very long, but you know what, it doesn't, it makes sense to do it now. Right, so can I get that on top of there? Like so. That going to be high enough? I think that is, hopefully. It's weird how all the foundations cost exactly the same amount of concrete, no matter how thick or thin you're doing it. So yeah, it's a bit odd. Also, it's a bit weird that foundations are very clearly metal, yet they only use concrete to be made. I think that's not going to be high enough. Ooh, that's interesting. But we're going to have to actually go higher than this. Right, well, let's go higher earlier on. That was not where I wanted that. Right. Can't quite get the timing right to just continue walking forward and always put a foundation down in the right place. Wow, we're not even talking high enough there. If we carried on going straight, we would have to go through that tree right there, so we are going to have to come off ever so slightly over to here. But as I said, the truck isn't running for the minute, so I'm not particularly fussed about doing things. That was not the correct foundation. I want the 2 meter one, please. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'll build it there and then we'll go like an angle along there, and I'll put in some form of fence around the edge of it so that our truck doesn't accidentally fall off somewhere. Maybe. Needs to make sense. What's the highest point here that we really want to go to? Probably about here. I don't have any fuel for my chainsaw at the moment. I'll put it all away. So if that's the height we want to go to, we probably want to go up one more level here. Yeah, because I don't think that's going to work if we just go across like this. Nope, nope, we're well in the ground. We've got to go up before that. So let's see. Let's Okay, so there are the foundations put in place for this building there. I'm sorry about the cut there, but I sneezed and thought I muted and didn't. I actually stopped recording. And only a few minutes or so, but yeah. So let's put in. I didn't bring any concrete. Damn it! I just went back up there to pick up some goods and forgot to bring any concrete. Yeah. So what's going to happen with this building here is we're going to have our iron and coal come in and be turned into steel, and then the steel can be turned into whatever. This might be the first building of the new. Don't have any concrete in there. Wow, we're gonna have to tap into our main supply. Okay, I'm sure I've got a concrete line around somewhere else, but yeah, maybe I should make this to be our first building of the new way of doing things. So let me put down a craft bench over here somewhere. In fact, let me put it down over here. Because what I kind of want to do is have a walkway to go up. Get on there. No, get on here. Come this way. Come this way. Damn you! Stupid walkway snapping system. Right, there we go. That's going to go up there, and the copper and that's going to come in. Probably one above that, so that'll be fine. Okay, let's put in a foundation here. Then we'll put in a workbench or craft bench there, like that. We can just access the craft bench here to make things. So what do we need to make a foundry? Well, we need encased industrial beams, steam pipes and concrete. Well, we have the concrete. To make encased industrial beams and steel pipe, we need iron. So let's yoink this belt off of here, which will give us loads of iron. Right, in my inventory can hold it all. There we go. And we can then cook up some steel, which is pretty slow. And then down here we can look at the encased iron and steel pipes. Well, steel pipes look quite easy to make. And we can make 5, okay, so we can do it. So for 5 of those, and then we want 15 of those. There we go. Okie dokie. Let's put down a bit of a walkway there before I just fall to my doom. There we go. Yay. Also, we'll put the floor in. Finish that. Not a very good building if it's got a massive hole in the floor. Okay, so let's put down a foundry. So it has 2 inputs and 1 output, and the output is staggered. Not really an issue. Doesn't matter where I put it for now, because we're just going to have a look at it. So, wow, took a while to build. This is the Hut AF 800 smelter. Hut AF. Cool. A big got a ladder on the side of it. Awesome. It's basically a smelter with an extra bit on the side. Cool. Right. Now this can make steel ingots. Okay. I was expecting a little bit more in there, if I'm honest with you. But I suppose it is just an alloy furnace. That's all it does. It takes 45 iron and 45 coal to make 30 steel. Okay, so this is actually our first down ratio. Normally it's either even or when using just ores, it's normally even. But okay, so 3 to 2. Normal belt is 60, double belt is 120. So 45, 80, 90. It's 135. That's just more than a level 2 belt if I had 2 of these machines. Okay, but what do we want to make? This is the question. What do we make? And it's the, not the foundry, it's the assembler. Makes all the advanced stuff. Right, so that makes encased industrial beams. Okay, where do we get the other one from? Is that just the constructor? Yeah, I think the assembler is 2, the constructor is 1, and yeah, steel pipes and steel beams are just yeah. So, what do I want to do? We want to make steel pipes, and we want to be making encased industrial beams. Now I want one factory doing one thing, so we'll do the encased industrial beams, and I think the steel pipes are easier, so we'll do that after. That'll be like probably in the same building. We'll split this in half because it's a bit big. So if I want to follow the rule of I want to make 30 a minute, then 30 a minute divided by 4. I've done this already. I've done this already. Sorry, 30 divided by 4. Where's my... Ooh. Ooh. Why is my computer making beeping noises? What's wrong? What have I got? There we go. 30 divided by 4. Okay. 7.5. Yes. Right. So I need 8 of these machines. Let me have a look-see at what I can do, and I'll see if I can figure out spacing and planning for them. Okay, so I've done the maths and figured out. I haven't figured out the plan for it all yet, but basically, if we want 5 of these machines here, we need 8 of these, because these produce 10, and 5 times 16 is 80, so we need 8 of these. And these are 1-to-1 with this here, so we need 8 of these as well. So we're in that, but we also need 360 iron and 360 coal coming in, which we can't do on any of our belts. Our best belt is 270, so but I'm going to build it that way anyway. We also need 100 concrete coming in a minute, which I'm not entirely sure. Isn't it this that does the concrete? Yeah, that produces 15 concrete a minute, which means to get that, I didn't calculate this part in, so 100 divided by 15 divided by 15 is 6.6 reoccurring, so we need 7 of these coming in, which would then mean we'd need 45 times 7, 315 concrete coming in. So we need Mark 4 belts for this, so we're going to do it all on Mark 3 belts and then figure it out. Now I did say originally having the goods at the bottom, so these would be at the bottom and then you'd go up. That would only work really if I one didn't overhang this here, so we might have to go over 1, maybe even 2. Maybe we're up, but we'll definitely go over 1 here. But yeah, it'd be alright if you didn't have to build so many smaller machines as you go up. So it's kind of like if I do go up that way, I've got to figure out how to fit all the machines into that. Now, these are quite large. They're the largest machines we have. So if I was to fit 5 of them down here, and 5 is an awkward number, you could then put these in, 8 of these up, 4 on each floor, I suppose, and then you could put these 4 on each floor, and then another floor with the concrete, I suppose, because we're going to need 7 concrete machines, which again is an awkward number, but so we're going to have 1, 2. This will be the first floor. Yeah, I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to do the materials come in the bottom as it is, and then the materials go out the top, because they can go in conveyor belts. It doesn't matter. So, first floor will be not constructors. First floor will be steel ingots, I think. Second floor will be these onto steel beams. Third floor will be these onto concrete, and then fourth floor will be this. So if that's the case, the biggest machine is the assemblers, but we only need 5 of them, so that's not so bad. The next machine is the foundries. They're quite large. Looking at them, they are one tile bigger than a foundation on both sides. They're just one tile bigger than a foundation. So I would need 8 of those. And these are bigger than that, but if I fit in those machines, that would be fine. So, right. So, okay. So, do I want that or do I want the concrete on the bottom? I'm kind of contemplating the concrete on the bottom because it might be easier to bring the concrete in, considering it's right there. That's our main source of concrete. That could come straight into here and do it. If I was to bring the coal and iron over, got to come from there and it's much higher up. So yeah, I think we'll do concrete on the bottom. So that's just the constructor. And we need 7 of these, don't we? So let's have a look, see here. I want to move over one. I want to get rid of this foundation here. I'll figure out that in a minute. If we want 7 of them, what if I did... Well, it's going to be 4 and 4, realistically. That's how it's going to work. Because we need 8 machines above. So it's going to be 4 and 4, and just one's going to be missing down here, which might look a little weird, but... Nah. If we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, that works. And then we go, we'll leave the gap in the centre, and then we'll go over here. And we go, you are just hanging over the edge a little bit, so like that. 1, 2, 3, and we don't need a 4th one. I'm just going to put it in because it looks good. That's not correct. I'll move them over. Doesn't matter. So that would go there, and then you would be producing concrete at a rate of 15 per minute. So that's 15, 30. So that's 60. We need 100, don't we? So 60. Wait a minute, hold on, I've got my maths wrong here, somewhere haven't I? Oh no, 15. 60, 30, that's 90. The third one's 105, so we're slightly above. So it's just a two-way belt, so that's fine, and then it will come out this end here. But they're all in the wrong place, so we need to move them over just by 1. And this is what I meant by why I'm very sort of... It must be lined up perfectly. It might be a form of OCD. I don't even know. I don't feel I have OCD. I just like things lined up. I can have things messy. It doesn't particularly make me angry or anything if things are messy. If I have the capability to make them look pretty, I will do that. So that's going to be the building. We'll cut it off there. This is going to be our steel encased beam building. And I do want steel storage, actually. Now I think about it. Because I need steel in myself to do it. But I'm not going to be fussed about the storage because we can figure that out. So, if we did it this way, I kind of want to go out one further on the back. Can I do that without getting in the way of any major landmarks? That's going to be 1, isn't it? That's alright, that's fine. Okay, and I'll do that so that when the concrete comes in here, I've got space to play around. Because we need it to split off down there and split off down there. Really, I should have it come down the centre, and they should but either way. We'll see, maybe I'll bring it in there instead. Don't know. The thing with these constructors is that technically you don't have to go 3 floors. I always do, but technically I could go 2. I've seen people do that. You can do 2 like that, and then your constructors, the like the beacon just pokes out the top, but it all still works absolutely fine. So I could just go too high. On there, and then have like the inputs there. The concrete would come in there. We could definitely bring the concrete up this way. Could come from there straight into here. But again, I do also want concrete storage, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I mean, I could put storage in here. Like so. That would work. We'd have a Mark II conveyor lift going from there to there. Doesn't mean I can't get round it, but I can get over it. And then it will come out and just split between all of these. Which would be turning them all around. Actually no, because I want a central belt coming out. Do I want it on this end? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's high enough to not worry about a truck running into anything. Okay. I keep going to these walkways, and I know I've got them on my action bar. But yeah. So yeah, that'll do. So we'll have it do that. I'm not going to put the storage there. That won't work. Because what we need is a splitter here. Because I do want it to come out in the centre. So we'll put a splitter there. Then it'll come this way. Then we'll have splitters there. Not there. There. And there. Not there either. No, is that? No, that is correct. Yep, there we go. Okay. And the last one doesn't need a splitter on it. So you walk in and there's the belt. Okay. That's right. And we'll use Mark I belts for this part. That's absolutely fine. I want to use Mark II belts for this because these require... Oh, these require 45 a go. Oh, blimey. Yeah, that's 315 limestone, isn't it? That's what I figured out. 45 times 7. Yeah, 315 limestone. So the Mark I belts are fine there. We need Mark III belts on the outsides. Which we can't really do at the moment because I don't have the resources for that. So that's a thing. What I might do actually is I might remove that last one there. So when you come up and into the building here, I've got a bit of space. Right, so one there, one there, one there, one there. Didn't want the one on the end. Oh dear. Yeah. Let me up. Yep, there you go. I don't need that on the end. There's no harm in putting them in. A lot more on the end. Would still work absolutely fine, but not required, so let's not do it. That one's misaligned. Then that would have to go to there. It's going to have to come out further than that, isn't it? It's going to have to come out to there, and then go in there. Yes, I'm doing this with Mark I belts, but you can upgrade them very easy. So, there we go. Okay, so we need Mark III belts for this. Do I have any steel on me to make Mark III belts? I do not. I used all my steel doing stuff. Okay, so I'll just put the Mark I belts in for a minute and then we can sort that out later. Okay, there we go. And we'll put a Mark II belt in here. But that's a Mark II there. Okay, so yeah, so we need 315 limestone. Now, that miner can only produce 215 at the very most. What I really should do here, now I think about it, is find a second deposit and have them come in separately, and then we would be able to do the 317. That would work. We'll do that. We will do that. I'm going to turn you off and let you empty out of your stuff. Oh, you're full. Everything's come to a stop. That's fine. But we will plug that in and get that working. Thank you. Right, this is all going. Yeah, so we'll plug that in and get that working. And then we just need to plug all those in. And you're only going to be producing 100 concrete, aren't you? Or 105, so that's just a Mark II belt. So we just go mergers here. And we just go bonk. 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 And bonk. And then we put in a wall with a conveyor belt in it. I've not really been paying attention to how my walls are going. But that's fine, that's fine. And yeah, there we go. Right. So, level 1 is complete. Just need connecting up. Nope, no, we don't want that. You're splitting the ore that way around. I will go hunt for another limestone. I know we found one. I'll have another look around for one and see if we can bring a second one in. That would make sense. Let's just connect these up with the single belts for the moment. Okay, there we go. Right, can't get through there. I built them way too close together, but does not matter. Okay, so we'll give them all the recipes. Concrete, concrete, concrete. You are concrete, you are concrete, and you are concrete, and you are concrete. Awesome sauce. Right. Boom. 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 Yeah, okay, so that would all work once we plug it in and get it going again. Not sure about the 2 floors or not. Might do it, might not. I'm decided. But either way, I'm going to bring this episode to a close here. And we will come back next time. And we will finish doing our steel production for encased industrial beams. I will also try and siphon off some steel. I might try and build more than we require, if possible, if I can fit it in. And try and siphon off some and put it somewhere. Because having some steel spare would be useful. So, yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.